Greetings, all my sports investors. How you doing today? Sunday, August 18th, 2019. This is the famed Rothstein Sports Investing Show. As you may or may not know, there will not be any picks. There might be a podcast here and there, but there won't be any picks given for about 11 days. I'm just not focused on it right now. I didn't like the way the last week ended. And I feel like my listeners deserve better than that. So, got a lot coming up. So, there won't be any picks until August 29th, 2019. August 29th. It's about 11 days from now. It's when the University of Cincinnati Bearcats host UCLA in college football. That's when we'll restart our picks on that Thursday. Till then, I might drop a podcast here and there just to let you know that I am thinking about you if I notice some trends. But nonetheless, as promised, we're here with our 2019 NFL sports betting, sports investing preview show. I am your beloved host, Fame Rothstein, a.k.a. Fame up at Prospect, a.k.a. Michael Snackson. And I'm sitting here with my main man, the L Train. How you doing today, bro?
What's happening?
As you can see, his shirt says, "Oh, tell him about it. Tell him what it say. Tell him what it."
Just the hashtag that I came up with on my Facebook page that I use from time to time when I invest in stocks in the market. That's all it is. I choose to just wear it today because this is a sports investing show, not sports betting, but sports investing.
Right. Investing. This is a second income. All right. We're going to preview the NFL. We're going to give you who we think will be the division winners, maybe some worst to first, conference winners, and MVP picks. All right. Since we're in the AFC city, the Republic of Cincinnati, we're in the AFC city. We're going to start in the AFC. The AFC North, the division that we are most familiar with. Who you like in that division to win it and why?
AFC North, I'm going to go with Baltimore Ravens with the addition of Earl Thomas at the safety and the running back, was that Ingram from New Orleans Saints. Those are pretty good additions. Lamar Jackson quarterbacking in his second year. So it should be a pretty interesting conference this year. Coming in second, you just can't really count Pittsburgh out. Pittsburgh always seem to be hanging around there. And this year's surprise may be Cleveland. Not sure yet. Odell Beckham ain't got on the grass yet, so we don't know what's going to happen with that one. So, of course, that AFC North, you see me with the Bengals hat on. This year we probably going to be bringing up the rear. That's just how it is. New coaching staff, same results. Andy Dalton, I don't know what else to say, but those are my picks for the AFC North division there. The Baltimore Ravens is probably going to be a pretty good value pick going into the sports investing. They're going to win some games. I'm pretty sure they're going to win this division. What you think about that, Fan Rothstein?
I hate to disagree with you, but I'm on Cleveland's balls.
Oh, man.
No homo. But listen. I like Cleveland. Cleveland gonna win this division. I think Cleveland gonna win the division. I think they're gonna advance in the playoffs. They're gonna host a game up in Cleveland, a second round game in Cleveland. They just got the right. Everything just matches up. The right kind of players for the right kind of coach at the right kind of time. They gonna catch fire. But you're right. Pittsburgh is always a threat in this division. Why they got Big Ben? Mm-hmm. You can never count them out. I think Lamar Jackson, I just don't see it being lasting long enough. I mean, he did a nice little job last year, but do you see the way to shut him down is to play the field with 7 DBs out there. You have DBs at linebacker like San Diego did. I just think after a certain while, he'll be ineffective. I hope I'm wrong because I don't want to wish bad on the guy, but he just don't do it for me. So I'm going Cleveland to win it, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, And the Bengals, bringing up the rear. And I'm going to take the Bengals under 6 wins for the season. Right now, the over-under with them is 6. I'm going under 6. I think this is going to be one. I think A.J. Green's going to miss a little more time than we realize. And Dalton has just regressed so much that, it's time to move on. Just everything. So that's that division. As we move on, we go AFC North. Let's take it to the South. The AFC South, where we got Indianapolis, Tennessee, Jacksonville,
and Houston, Texas.
And the Houston Texans. What's your sports investing? Pardon me. What's your sports investing advice for this division?
If I'm investing in one of these teams, it's going to have to be the Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson, Hopkins, that's a good tandem that's growing in the NFL right about now. So that's a team that I'm looking for that's going to win that conference. We don't know what's going on with Luck. Luck hurt again, and that's just how it is. So they ain't going to win too many games. Then you got Jacksonville Jaguars. You got Nick Foles leading the helm. So you know what you're going to get from him. Few interceptions, few touchdowns, not much winning, and that's pretty much how that conference going to go. So I'm going to go with the Houston Texans. And Deshaun Watson is going to win that conference. And coming in the second, probably going to be Tennessee Titans maybe coming in the second. They still haven't proved anything to me, so I think it's Houston conference to lose. What you think about that?
I can't disagree with any of that. I mean, that's a pretty simple conference. The only thing I'm going to say is I'm on record on Twitter 3 years ago saying I didn't believe in Deshaun Watson. I didn't think his body would hold up. Let's see how good he is in 3 years. This is the third year. They're the best team in that conference. They've got the best defense, the best quarterback, the best wide receiver. Probably the best coach too. You know what I mean? So, this is Houston's this is Houston's division to lose. As far as second place, who gives a damn? They're only getting one team in the playoffs, and it's going to be the Houston Texans, the division winner. I mean, Jacksonville, they got a new quarterback. The defense, a defense can only carry you so long. Eventually you're going to have to put points up. And Jacksonville just don't have the firepower like that. And then the Colts, like you said, maybe they're snake bitten. Their last two quarterbacks, both franchise quarterbacks, they call lightning in the bottle. Had two franchise quarterbacks back-to-back between Peyton and Andrew Luck, and both of them have shoulder throwing injuries late in their career. So maybe it's a jinx out there. So I don't see any investment outside of Houston worthy in that division. So we've done the AFC North, AFC South. Let's go to the East Coast, AFC East, and who you like out there, L Train?
Well, AFC East, Patriots, here we go again. Nobody can beat the Patriots, but don't be surprised if the Jets, come up there in the end. That's a team that you might want to look out for. That you got second-year quarterback, you got Le'Veon Bell, so that's a team with a good defense. So I wouldn't be surprised that the Jets win more than they lose this year. I wouldn't be surprised, but it's still the New England Patriots conference to lose. I mean, the Buffalo Bills ain't no good. The Miami Dolphins ain't shit. I mean, I don't even know what else to, that conference has been New England conference for the longest. I don't know what to do. What can they do besides fire Belichick retire and somebody else win it? I mean, that's just the way it's going to be. What you think about that?
You're right at that end part about New England. It is what it is. They just been dominating for 10, 15 years. Whatever. But I'm going to say this. You talked about value earlier with Baltimore. I'm going value with the New York Jets. You pick the Jets to have a winning record. Take the over. I think they're somewhere around 6, 5.5, 6.5, somewhere in that area. Take the over. They're going to win 9, 10 games. They're going to be the 6th seed. They're going to get in the playoffs. The Jets, they've got a up-and-coming quarterback. They're a receiver away from being in the conference final. They'll get one. but they got an up-and-coming quarterback in Dalton. Not Dalton, please. He's not Dalton. Darnold, pardon me. Le'Veon Bell, he's going to do his thing, you know. And you've also got C.J. Mosley added to their defense. A veteran, stopper. I'm telling you, New York Jets are a sleeper. Okay, take them for value. Just drop a couple bucks on them. You know, not a whole lot. Just drop a couple bucks on them on some just in case. All right, and that's the East. And let's talk about the AFC West. We straight West Coasting.
Straight West Coast, huh?
Who you got here on the AFC West? I smell a surprise coming.
This is the toughest conference in the AFC.
Okay.
Kansas City Chiefs, the LA Chargers, Denver Broncos, and the Oakland Raiders. But I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs winning that conference, and I'm going with the Chargers to come up second. Both of those teams are going to make the playoffs. They're probably going to win 10 games this year, so that'll be a good investment for those two teams in that conference. But the Oakland Raiders, don't be surprised if they challenge for the conference title. They're going to probably win more games than they did last year, considering that Carr is back. So with that conference going, I'm going to go Kansas City, then I'm going to go to Chargers, then I'm going to go to Raiders. Then you got those Denver Broncos bringing up the rear. But that's probably going to be a tough conference. Those are some good teams going to come up. So, Fame up, Rothstein, what you think about this AFC West, conference,
Well, I said I smelled a surprise coming. You talked about the Raiders. You spoke highly of them. That was the surprise. But you know what? I got a bigger surprise for you, L Train.
What's that, man?
I'm taking the Raiders to win that division. The Chiefs, your man, what's my brother's name? The quarterback, Mahomes. He's gonna fall victim to the Madden curse. He done let himself get on that cover, and he's gonna fall victim to it. They lose him. Yeah, no.
It might be too much drinking in the system today,
it's
y'all.
real.
I don't know what they're talking about
It happened
over
to Gronkowski.
No.
It's a real thing. It ain't just something that people made up. Everybody who goes on that cover gets hurt.
Man, that's
okay. I'm going to say, no, I'm not going to say the Raiders are going to win it. I'm going to say San Diego is. Phillip Rivers one last stand before he goes and rides out into the sunset with his 17 kids. All about one woman though. I'll give him props for that. That's kind of remarkable.
That kind of goes like how many interceptions he had last year, didn't he?
Yeah,
17.
He's a veteran. He should be a Hall of Famer. I've always liked Phillip Rivers as a quarterback. So I'm going to say San Diego to win that. I like Oakland as value. Stay away from Kansas City. That Madden curse is real. Okay, Patrick Mahomes can think whatever. It's real. And they've got too much turmoil, they're literally 1 911 call from having their season flipped. All right, so that's the AFC West. Let's stay on the West Coast and talk about the NFC West, the National Football Conference.
Okay, who was that? The Rams, Arizona, and the Seahawks, and the San Francisco 49ers. Well, it's Rams. It's the Rams division to beat. Win. Rams conference to win. Seahawks are not that good. Arizona is probably gonna be terrible again. I hate to say it. And the 49ers, who knows what the 49ers going to be? I can't tell where they improved. I know the quarterback is coming back, but this is almost like a one-team race. Called the Rams a one-team game for real. They're going to take this conference early and easy. I just don't see anything coming out of the conference. So you're going to invest in one of these teams, it got to be the Rams. They're going to be a 10-11 win team. I imagine they're going to stumble, but I'm going with the Rams. What you think?
I couldn't agree more. It's the Rams. Arizona, they're in that division. Yeah, I like Arizona because I like Kyler Murray, but they're not going to really challenge. It's the Rams and a bunch of wannabes. Let's keep it a beam. NFC, that's the NFC West. Let's go with the NFC East. That very famous heritage division with the Cowboys, the Giants, the Redskins, And who am I missing?
The Eagles.
Philly Eagles. Who you got in that division?
It's the Eagles, man. I mean, Cowboy. I'm tired of the Cowboys. Every year, there's too much pretending, man. I wouldn't be surprised they come in last, But I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm gonna go with the Washington Redskins. I'm kind of surprised I picked them, but it's time for Gruden to do something. Or I imagine he's probably pretty much got it there himself. But the Eagles, it's the Eagles division to win. You invest in the Eagles, they're going to win probably 10 games or so, 10, 11 games. And they're probably going to be there at the end, along with, I think, the Chicago Bears. So that's what I think about this NFC East. So what you think?
I think it's a highly overrated division. A lot of blown-up East Coast teams that benefit from East Coast media. Philadelphia was a one-time wonder that year. They won't win the Super Bowl again anytime soon. Wentz is soft. I'm going with the Cowboys to win the division, though. And I'm not one of them cowboy dick riders that y'all always see on social media. No. They have the best team. All right?
They got the worst coach.
They got the best owner who cares about winning. Let it be known. But let's move on, though. We'll see. We'll see. That's what the show's about, investing.
I can dig that.
Let's go with the NFC North. Heritage Division. Packers, Lions, Vikings, and the Bears. The Bears. Who you got?
The Bears, okay? The Bears led the league in takeaways last year, so I've got to go with the Bears. The Bears is a good football team. And after the Bears, I'm going to have to go with Minnesota. The Bears and Minnesota, both of them teams are probably – the Bears are going to win about 10 games. Minnesota's going to make the playoffs. I don't know, Green Bay Packers might not make the playoffs. And then you got the Detroit Lions probably going to bring up the rear. But in that division, I'm going with the Chicago Bears. You want to invest in the Bears? That wouldn't be a bad pick. What you think?
The Bears is a good investment for that division, and I can't really make a strong case for anybody else other than what's my man's name? Aaron Rodgers is always going to finish in the money for Green Bay, but the Lions they are what they are. I think that Zimmer has kind of worn off on the Vikings. It's over. His window is closed. But anything can happen. So, but I'm gonna stay with the Bears, okay? And last but not least, probably the toughest division in that NFC, the NFC South: Carolina, Tampa Bay, New Orleans, and Atlanta. Who you got?
I'm going with the Saints. Saints will be back. Then my number 2 pick is the Carolina Panthers. So in that conference, I'm going with Carolina. That they're gonna win probably 10 games, and then you got the Saints. They're gonna probably win about 10 games. But it's gonna be a toss-up at the end, though. It could be one of those two that's gonna win that conference. You can take your pick, see how the rest of the season goes. What you think?
I'm going with a surprise here for value. Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston has a new coach, an offensive guru, Bruce Arians. He's going to fix Jameis. Jameis is a Hall of Fame talent. He should be in the Hall of Fame. New coach might fix him. All right? But that's our NFL show for 2019. Director is telling us to wrap it up. The man is putting his clutches on us. But it is what it is. Don't forget, like and subscribe to the famed Rothstein Sports Investing Show. And also don't forget, September 1st, that's a Sunday. Going to be out there live. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all that live at the Hollywood Casino in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Just right across the bridge from the Republic of Cincinnati. I'll let you know if I'm going to be there early or late, but I will be there, all right? Come out, say what's up to your boy. All right, L-Train should be with me. And, just like they said about Haitian Jack, yes, he light-skinned and stocky. He just ain't got a Haitian accent, all right? We'll holler at you. Peace.
Get dough, man.